Taiwan's capital, Taipei, is situated at the country's northern tip. The city sits in a basin between the Central and Yangming Mountains and is surrounded by the larger, but quite distinct, New Taipei city. In recent decades, Taipei has busily transformed itself into one of the region's most livable cities and into one of Asia's premier travel destinations. Today, Taipei has one foot striding towards a futuristic utopia and the other respectfully rooted in ancient Chinese traditions. It's easy to fall in love with this friendly city. The aroma of Chinese street food fills the air. Scooters and bicycles rule the streets, and surrounded by nature, tranquility is never more than a bus ride or hike away. Start your day with a slice of classic Taipei. Situated in the city's oldest neighborhood, Wanhua, the Longshan Temple is the spiritual heart of Taipei. It's a place where generations of locals have come to seek good fortune, health, and even guidance on who to marry. Taiwan's political heart is the district of Zhongshan. The Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall honors the memory of the former president of the Republic of China. Memorial Square is also home to one of the city's most important cultural sites, the National Concert Hall, a stunning example of neoclassical Chinese architecture. Just a short stroll away is 228 Peace Park, a tranquil memorial to the 1949 uprisings that sowed the seeds of Taiwan's independence. Step even further back into Taiwan's past at the National Taiwan Museum and discover the country's rich, natural, cultural, and political history. Hop on Taipei's excellent MRT and head to the National Palace Museum, home to the world's greatest collections of Chinese art and antiquities. There are plenty of riches to be found on Taipei's streets too. Enjoy the blooms and haggle for jewelry at the flower and jade markets. Hunt down bargains in giant department stores like Sogo, or cruise the smaller boutiques and restaurants in Yongkang Street. Once you've explored Taipei's streets, rocket to the heavens aboard the high-speed elevators of Taipei 101, one of the world's tallest skyscrapers. While some have suggested that the design resembles a stack of noodle boxes, the tower is widely regarded as a stunning example of Oriental revivalist architecture. There are plenty of natural vantage points around the city too. Just a 15-minute walk from Taipei 101 is Elephant Mountain, the most accessible of the city's peaks. There are no high-speed lifts here, but the 20-minute climb to the top is worth it, especially at sunset. For more great views, head to Maokong Mountain. The mountain's gondola service starts at the Taipei Zoo, the largest zoological collection in Asia. This zoo holds a special place in the hearts of locals, and the animals are treated like members of Taipei's extended family. From the zoo, step aboard a gondola and glide over the forest canopy to Maokong Mountain. With villages and temples to explore, Maokong makes a fabulous day trip. As an important tea-growing area, it is also the place to learn the finer points of tea tasting and appreciation. You'll have to walk to get to Taipei's highest peak, Mount Zixing, which lies just to the north of the city, in the Yangmingshan National Park. Climb the 1,000 steps up through the subtropical forest and into the grassy highlands that gave the area its original name, Grass Mountain. All that hiking and mountain air can build up an appetite, so when it's time to return to the city, head to the Shilin Night Market. At times, it seems half the population is here, doing what Taipei locals do best, enjoying great food, hunting down bargains, and simply enjoying their incredible city.
Я любитель больших приключений. Мне нравится природа.
私はこうしてのんびりとリラックスできる旅行が大好きです。
ああ、そうですね。
そう。
As its name suggests, this is a sacred area where ancient temples create a peaceful and serene atmosphere for hiking. Lingyun Zen Temple is the oldest temple on Guanyin Shan. It enshrines Guanyin, the Bodhisattva of compassion. Lingyun Temple was established in 1909 by the Venerable Sanchong Baohai and enshrines the Thousand Hands Guanyin. In addition to ancient temples rich in religious culture, the diverse forest resources of the area also attract visitors. To offer beautiful views and make effective use of Guanyin Shan's high elevation vantage points, 7 mountain trails have been created that include wooden plank trails and good signage. The aim is to show visitors all the splendor of Guanyin Shan as they walk along the trails. 7 forest trails have been created, each with its own character. They differ in terms of ruggedness and steepness, but all are lined with lush forest and offer fine views. When you reach the summit, your heart opens as you take in the expansive view. One can see the port city of Danshui in the distance. Along with the beautiful scenery of its various trails, one should not miss Guanyin Shan's unique igneous rock geology and its flora and fauna. Guanyin Shan's local produce also tempts visitors. Enjoying a meal of various green bamboo shoot dishes is the perfect end to a hiking trip. The North Coast has many spots to enjoy sea views that soothe the soul. Wide and straight beaches with blue seas and azure skies. Sanzhi's Qiansui Bay and Baisha Bay are important North Coast summertime leisure spots. Along the roadside are many cafes that offer an exotic air. In addition to its bayside cafes, Sanzhi's cherry blossoms create romantic scenes that rival those found anywhere else in the world. The peak season is February through mid-March, when over 17,000 cherry trees blossom along the length of Sanzhi's Cherry Boulevard. The Sanzhi Visitor Center is on a slope surrounded by trees. It has displays on local history, such as the settlement of Taiwan, as well as other attractions. From the displays and other informational material at the Visitor Center, visitors can gain a good understanding of Sanzhi's history and its local products. The gallery of 4 famous sons of Sanzhi in the center has displays on the life achievements of 4 famous people from Sanzhi. Yuanxing Temple is on a hill behind the center and is the old home of former President Li Denghui. It attracts quite a few visitors for this reason. The No. 2 warehouse along Zhongshan Road has become an art display space with significant local character. It was created with the assistance of local artists. For the next stage of your journey, it's time to get on your bicycle. The 8.2-kilometer Shuangwan Cycleway includes a wooden cycle path along the coast. Visitors can ride all the way from Sanzhi to Shimen, and along the way can take in the visual treasures of the Algal Reef coast. After leaving Sanzhi and entering the Linshanbi Recreation Area, one can see a variety of large weathered rocks that often have unusual shapes. From culture and history to coastal scenery, today's North Coast retains its old acquaintances and attracts new people. Beside the Baisha Bay Visitor Center, one can find a treasure trove of secluded marine ecology. Inside, visitors can learn about the characteristics of the land, sea, and air of the North Coast. The Exploratorium also includes lots of fun and colorful activities for children, including interesting interactive exhibits. This interesting place attracts many young people and families. On the northern coastal highway from Baisha Bay to Fugui Cape, the Sherman Wedding Plaza, Taiwan's first wedding plaza, exudes a Mediterranean style and a romantic atmosphere reminiscent of the Greek coast. The long-term erosive effect of the ocean's waves has created sea troughs. When covered in green algae in April, the stunning green trough coastal scene can be viewed. Fugui Lighthouse stands guard at Taiwan's northernmost point. Its most notable feature is the alternating black and white colors of its tower. The nearby scenery is also rich and diverse, such as the magnificent and beautiful Sherman Cave, which is a local landmark and a source of local pride. Apart from its lovely coastal scenery and natural ecology, many people associate Sherman with tasty zhongzi glutinous rice dumplings. Traveling south from Sherman on Provincial Highway No. 2 toward Jinshan, one will see a striking spot along this 10-kilometer stretch of volcanic coastline. Zhongjiao Bay is a concave area with a sandy coast and waves whipped up by winds from the north. This has made it into a well-known surfing spot, and it's now home to the Zhongjiao Bay International Surfing Base. Taiwan's Teresa Deng, a singer beloved in China, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, is buried in a tomb at the Jinbaoshan Cemetery in Jinshan. It's near to the Zhuming Museum, an art park that exudes a modern feel and humanistic spirit. In addition to cultivating the arts, Jinshan also provides spiritual support and comfort. Dharma Drum Mountain is a Buddhist center on the north coast at which visitors can experience serenity and religious tranquility. The Jinshan Qingshui wetland is the first stop in Taiwan for migrating birds heading south for the winter, and it's also their last refueling stop before they make their big journey north in the spring. This area is also well known for its vast peony lotus fields. As spring turns to summer, visitors arrive to see the beautiful scene of the lotus flowers in bloom. Jinshan's Jinbali Old Street is the only remaining Qing-era commercial street on the north coast. The street is lined with shops selling various snacks and gifts. Take a walk along this old road and you'll still find reminders of its previous splendor. Bathe in a hot spring while enjoying sea views. One can say that this is the most dreamlike experience of the North Coast. Shitoshan Park has rich ecology and forest-lined trails that lead in every direction. In spring and summer, the trees have lush foliage and the flowers bloom. Bird songs and the sweet fragrances of the flowers fill the air. If one walks north, the famous Jinshan landmark of the Twin Candlestick Islets can be seen in the ocean below. As one arrives at Wanli, the last stop on the north coast on Provincial Highway No. 2, your attention will be immediately attracted by the magnificent Yelio Cape. The Cape's Yelio Geopark is famed for its many naturally formed unusual rocks. It's a must-visit spot for visitors to Wanli. An oceanside city, Keelung is a major international commercial port as well as a popular stopping point for cruise ships. Beyond its well-known and distinctive local snacks, Keelung has much more that can be discovered by visitors. While Keelung is famous as a port, its mountains also have a unique appeal. Lovers Lake Park on the slopes of Daolun Mountain provide visitors with beautiful views. The foot of the mountain is not far from the Waimushan coast, which is the longest stretch of natural coast in Keelung. While the coastal areas west of downtown Keelung offer many beautiful sights, the area east of the downtown area offers its own attractions, including the National Museum of Marine Science and Technology. The colorful Jumbin Fishing Harbor in Jumbin Village also has its own unique charm. The Agana Shipyard ruins have become a popular outside shooting location. Huping Island is covered in strange rocks. The visitor center design is inspired by the Spanish colonial-era Fort San Salvador and provides visitors with information and distinctive food. The outdoor pool and sand area are spaces to swim, paddle, and play in the sand. Moreover, with environmental education and guided ecological tours, Huping Island Park provides visitors with diverse experiences. Huping Island Park is also home to the Radar Cafe, which was built within an old radar station. The designer's playful color creativity can be seen on the outside. The second floor has a 270-degree view looking out over the sea. Every year, many various events are held that combine local nature and culture. Everyone is warmly welcome to take part in these activities. From the sea and mountains to the varied charms of its harbor towns, the North Coast today is a travel paradise offering a diversity of styles and options. Sparkling like the jewels on a crown, it awaits your visit.
落ち葉は私をアリさんに受け継がれる神話の世界へと誘う。相続の人は言う。神様が大きな木を揺るがした。もみじの葉と実が人となり、相続の祖先となった。老人が教えてくれた。始まりはここに2つの太陽があり、祖先の生活は苦しくてわびしいものであった。幸い勇ましい猛者が現れ、彼は艱難に立ち向かい、一つの太陽を撃ち抜くと、太陽は月になった。それ以来昼と夜が生まれた。相続の人々は日が出ると働き、日が落ちると休むことができた。生活はとても幸せな暮らしへとなった。いくつの月日が経ち、順風な生活に大きな変化が起きた。洪水が大地を水浸したのだ。相続の人々は玉山の頂上に逃げ込んだが、火は消えてしまった。相続は神様に火を求め、神様も火求めの式典を与えた。洪水がどのように去ったかに関しては、また一つ神話が教えてくれるのである。神話、冒険との会話が始まる。
Jamie Tong. I'm a Taiwanese-Canadian pastry chef from Vancouver, Canada. I travel often and I find that food is the best way to experience a new destination. Taiwan has so many dining options. From street food to fine dining, Taiwan really has it all. The markets are the great places to experience the local culinary scene. Taiwan is also a great place for vegetarians.
Why Taiwanese vegetarian cuisine becomes so popular?
最早因为吃素是因为宗教的关系，但因为现在环保、动保跟那个养生的因素，所以大家对素食的接受度会更高。
If you're looking for the star, Taiwan has amazing selections of Michelin-starred restaurants.
It's always easy just for us to utilize imports when we can't find certain replacement. But the challenges that we put on ourselves is that we try to focus mainly on what's seasonal and what's local.
My favorite place, the kitchen, where I can learn how to make some Taiwanese signature dishes.
Cheers! Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for having me.
这几天很开心，你一定要再回来哦。
赞赞赞赞赞！ How was it, the word?
Lokasu.
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 The meat is raw, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the tradition.
Lokasu.
Such a small island in the scale of the world has in so many aspects of the culture and its people, because I think the country has such an interesting and rich history from so many different parts of the culture that it's been pulled together. How many generation are you? Fourth generation.
Oh yeah, oh hi yeah, oh hi yeah, oh hi yeah, yeah oh hi yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh hi yeah.
I think my 5 words to sum up Taiwan are welcoming.
say 赞赞赞，要赞。
一口小米粽子，再一口小米酒。
这是我们招牌菜。 好棒哦！
What is tough is not that tough. Stay outside, stealing relative is not enough. Roll the dice, and it stop when the mood is right. Blue, blue sky, in your older shoes, but the steps are bright. Just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just
Taiwan, the heart of Asia.
Taiwan 赞。 anytime for Taiwan.
The world I walk through is unique in each location. Every people here, every landscape here are not just kind and beautiful, but also very touching. East of Taiwan.
Boston.
No one expected that travel would be a bit more complicated these days. I don't think anyone did. But I just hope that one day it can return to how it was previously, to experience again the joy of discovering a part of yourself in the places you go, as I did when I discovered Taiwan in 2013. I never decided to be a runner as such, but it's always something I did from such a young age. But the years of training and competing caught up to me. and I was at a point where I just wanted something completely new. And so I decided to move to Taipei. When I first arrived in Taiwan, it was like sensory overload. The culture, the food, the smell, the sound, everything. I didn't speak the language, I didn't know the culture, but I was only made to feel welcomed. People always just go out of their way to help you, and they really gave me a sense of belonging. When everything around you is new, you're more open to people and their stories. You start enjoying the small things in life. And through that, I just got more energy and more light. Shortly after moving there, I started running again, and now I compete and race all over the world as a professional athlete. I suppose, like culture, running and competing were ingrained in me. And as much as I tried to leave it behind, I realized it was a part of me and who I am. Taiwan holds a special place in my heart.
The city of Kaohsiung lies by the waters of the Taiwan Strait in southwestern Taiwan. Over the last 3 centuries, Kaohsiung has grown from a humble trading village into Taiwan's busiest harbor. As a shipping and industrial powerhouse, Kaohsiung has had a gritty past. But today, a fresh wind is blowing, creating a modern, creative, and highly livable city that still honors its hard-working beginnings. Just a short ferry ride from the city's downtown is the narrow island of Jijin, the place where the city meets the sea. This district serves as the harbor's natural breakwater and has been home to Kaohsiung's fishing families for generations. Time slows down here, and the best way to experience the island's rhythms is by foot or bicycle. Visit Tianho Temple, dedicated to the goddess Matsu, the protector of sailors and fishermen. Follow dramatic coastal paths, then make the short climb to the lighthouse and fort for commanding views over the city. When it's time to swap sea air for mountain air, head back to the mainland, to Monkey Mountain. Meet the forest's furry residents and pause for tea as you climb ever upward for more great views. Wherever you go in Kaohsiung, you'll be reminded that this is a city with water in its veins. The Love River runs right through the heart of the city. Once little more than a neglected drain, the river's transformation reflects a city awakening to its natural beauty. But if the Love River is the city's mirror, Lotus Lake is the city's soul. From the remains of the old wall of Fengshan, explore the lake in a clockwise direction. At the Dragon and Tiger Pagodas, entering through the dragon's mouth and exiting from the tigers is said to transform bad luck into good fortune. At the spring and autumn pavilions, pay your respects to the goddess of mercy and the god of war. while further around the lake, a towering statue of the mysterious warrior, Xuan Wu, rises from the waters. Lotus Lake is surrounded by more traditional temples too, such as Taiwan's largest Confucian temple and the extraordinary Tianfu Palace. The area is filled with food stalls, so enjoy a snack as the sun sets and the lake lights up in all its heavenly glory. After a busy day with the gods, follow your nose to the Liuhe Night Market, one of Asia's largest. Drift along with a human tide through a canyon of neon-lit stalls, serving up all the fruits of the sea. It's in moments like this we realize cities are like oceans too. Each has its own currents, its own moods. So what are you waiting for? Come and dive into Kaohsiung, Taiwan's best-kept secret by the sea. The city of Tainan rises from the southwestern coastal plains of Taiwan. Less than 2 hours by bullet train from the capital Taipei and just 110 miles off the coast of mainland China, Tainan is a city of many names. Tainan is the country's oldest city and is often called the birthplace of Taiwan. Just as the tides have continually reshaped the city's environment, so too have the waves of conquest and migration defined Tainan's culture. Start your Tainan journey in the historic quarter of Anping. In 1624, Dutch traders established a fort on this sandy peninsula. Less than 4 decades later, Chinese forces drove the Dutch from the island forever. Wander the fort's ramparts and the nearby ruins of a merchant house held together by banyan roots, the perfect metaphor for a city that embraces its past. Closer to the city center rises Chikan Tower, Taiwan's first official seat of power, and today the keeping place of many of the city's earliest records and treasures. Tainan is not just a city that preserves its history. This is a city that reveres traditions as well, especially the spiritual. With over 2,000 temples and shrines, Tainan is also known as the Kyoto of Taiwan. Tainan's temples are places where ritual and daily life intertwine, from residents quietly praying for guidance to festivals noisy enough to wake the gods. Just across the road from Chikan Tower is the Sacrificial Rites Martial Temple. Pay your respects to Guangdong, the patron saint of soldiers. Then pause for a while beneath the shade of the temple's 300-year-old plum tree. Pass through the gates of the Confucian Temple, just as students have for over 3.5 centuries. Created as Taiwan's first center of higher learning, the temple remains a touchstone for students who still come to pray for exam success. Although Tainan ceded its political power to Taipei well over a century ago, the city remains a powerhouse in one of life's most important aspects: food. This is where the city's indigenous, Dutch, Japanese, and Chinese heritages all come together. Forget chic restaurants and fancy decor. The best food here is found on the streets. Follow the aromas that drift through the city like proud ghosts of past generations of Tainan cooks. The servings are small and affordable, so you can try everything. Tainan is like one big traveling feast, which is why the city is also called the City of Snacks. One of the best places to sample Tainan's specialties, like its legendary oyster omelets, is at its markets. Tainan offers 24 night markets, but none quite compare to the sheer size, color, and energy of the city's favorite, the Flower Night Market. When it's time to work off all those small eats, the city has plenty of places to stretch out. Lose yourself amid the bridges, pavilions, and ancient trees of Tainan Park. Or explore the ancient shipping channels and mangrove forests of Taijiang National Park, right in the city's backyard. These wetlands are a poignant reminder that life is forever shaped by time and tide. They are a reminder too that to endure, we sometimes need to bend a little in the stream. Which is why Tainan is also known as the Phoenix City. For despite its turbulent history, the city continues to rise as a proud custodian of the past, amid the swirling neon currents of today. Locals love to say, Taipei is Taiwan's pocket, but Tainan is the country's heart.
Like our magic little tunnel. Wow! What are these? Very good.
just different.
And it's so hard.
It's like a drum. Whoa! Suspension bridge!
Look at that. Already there. 3,416.
What is tough is not that tough. Stay outside, ceiling empty is not enough. Roll the dice, and it stop when the mood is right. Blue, blue sky, in your outer shoes, but the steps are bright. Just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life. Just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life. Just free your mind. The doors you never knocked. The groovy band, no fear, just another beard. Roll the dice, then it stop when the mood is right. Blue, blue sky, in your own shoes, but the steps are bright. Just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life. Just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life. Just free your mind. Just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just
Taiwan,
just the beauty of life, just the beauty of life, just free your mind.
Taiwan, the heart of Asia.
the heart of Asia. Boasting a prime location in the heart of Asia, Taiwan offers the richest potential as Asia's hottest cruise stop. The Asia Cruise Fund was launched to strengthen mutual cooperation in Asia and boost the regional tourism industry. As an ACF founding member, Taiwan is pulling out all the stops to develop its 6 major ports. Comprehensive facilities expansion and upgrades are set to transform Taiwan into Asia's shining new cruise hotspot. Nowhere else offers the color, convenience, and adventure of Taiwan in such a compact package at the heart of the Pacific Rim. Great food, great people, great sights, and great fun make Taiwan an essential port of call. Taiwan, the heart of Asia.
Water will quench your thirst, place to reset just right. Spend some time together around, never know what you might ever find. Wanna venture for the venture, you know friendship is the only danger. Night or day, it's okay, it's all okay. Night or day, it's okay, it's all okay. Living life is all it takes, no matter where you go, just wait. Beats of your heart and lift away. The wait is to seize the day. A ticking clock is always behind, and restless my grabs to hide. Whole life you walk in straight lines, a little sick as I would just be fine. Night or day, it's okay, it's all okay.
a destination, it's an experience.